Thank you. You started recording before I could say the line.
What?
I said you began recording before I could say the line. But, Bryce.
I'm here.
And new player, Mana.
Hello.
And least but not last, Neo.
One more time, Neil. You're came in quiet.
Here.
There we go.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
Right.
So where we last left off on Jim's half of the journey, Jim had been just successfully ran away from an encounter after getting some slight help from an Abra by the name of Kestrel. And finally arriving into town, they stopped by at an inn. But Jim, as you get closer to the inn, time for you begins to slightly freeze. Hey, Jim, a word, if you will, as you hear narrator's voice.
Yeah, Jim is listening. Jim doesn't say a thing.
Okay. There's something I need to tell you. It's about, well, your other friends. The other half of your party. You're doing this quest to help Prima, right?
I guess so. You were the one
But-
telling me that I need to do something with my life to find a new goal. Well, here I am.
Well, hey, at least you finally actually listened to me.
You're saying that like I never listened to you.
Come on, you know a bunch of people always doubt my advice. But that's not why I called you here. Your friends, they're not here anymore. For now, at least.
Well, yeah, that's the reason I went on my own way. I
No,
noticed they're
no.
not here anymore. They're somewhere else, carrying on
That's-
their own mission.
That's not entirely what I meant. You know the mission, well, the other half of the mission, to take the other two back to their worlds?
Yeah?
Well, it seems that they've also disappeared along with them.
They didn't die, did they?
No, I can assure you they're fine. I just can't talk to them.
Are you sure they're alive?
Don't worry, I can assure you that they're all fine. Right.
How am I going to say that to Jordan?
Oh, just... You either tell Jordan that their mission is going smoothly, or you just don't tell Jordan.
Smoothly?
Well, they're not...
Smoothly? They're not even in this world. They disappeared. You're not even sure what they...
No, I know what they're doing. You know why I can't tell you. It's my policy.
They better
I
be
may give
fine.
hints, but I don't tell the entire story.
They better be fine. We're not doing this for nothing.
Don't worry, Jim. can assure you, they are fine. Your efforts here won't be for naught.
Do you
I
have any
just-
idea what happened?
Well, the last thing I got before they disappeared from their books into a different one, they had a fight, and they won. And with that fight, they decided to take the other two back to their worlds, which resulted in them getting dragged along with them. But at this current moment, they are fine.
They will be back, right?
You hear some pages like flipping. Ah, well, certainly they should be. Right as we speak, they're collecting power so they can come back. Seems like they're almost done at that. So,
And,
Jim,
In the meantime, you expect us to continue with this mission?
yes, I expect you to continue on. I just needed to tell you this for one reason. To let you know where your friends are currently. To give you just a brief knowledge.
That was supposed to reassure me this is failing.
You do realize sometimes I just don't help. My knowledge isn't always the best.
I know, you're not even sure if they're uh, you're not even sure where they are. Probably.
Oh, I do. You know that Zorwa?
Zachariah?
Yup. They're at his place.
Hmm.
Considering that Zorwa and that Riolu, Revel and Zachariah, they knew how to handle themselves. Plus, Jim, I have a little bit more. What was that word again? Faith in your friends over there.
Can you contact them?
At this current moment, I can only send about one message.
Okay. Let them know that everything is going fine. We will succeed, no matter the cost.
Gotcha. Don't worry. I'll make sure they get that message. I'll make sure
Okay.
they know it's from you.
Okay, you got it. Everything is going fine.
You hear, you don't see anything, but you hear a pencil writing on a piece of paper. Everything will be fine. There we go. I'll sure this makes it to them safe.
Thank you.
Now, Jim, just one word of advice. Just one more before I let you go. Keep an eye on Jordan.
Because of his curse.
Yes, that. But there's also many other things. But that's all I can tell you for now. I'll let you go.
Jim is going to turn around to Jordan and Stanley. Okay, guys. Nothing's fine.
Wait, what?
This is complicated, but You know what? No, never mind. Don't worry about that. We need to carry on.
I sure.
But we really need someone to help us out there. We will not last long if we don't have someone to help us on our journey. We just crossed the
Jordan
forest and we merely made it out alive.
Jordan like puts his hand to his face. Well, we are in the what was this place called again? Uh, I can't remember. But
This looks
this
like an inn.
place,
Maybe we can try to find someone to help us in there.
yeah, exactly. Someone should at least have, well, the prowess in order to help us find both Ho-Oh
Maybe you could
and
even
at least
engage a mercenary of sorts of something. Do you have a how much money do you have on you?
currently I have uh let's see, because I think it's on his other sheet.
Oh, also I received some news from the others.
165.
Jordan, your
Yeah?
Pokemon are doing fine.
Oh, thank God.
They're safe.
Thank
For
God,
now.
yes. Great, that's good to know.
And I'm certain they miss you a lot. They want to see you alive, so please. They want to see you sound and safe. So let's just succeed on this mission and we can all see each other, alright?
Yeah, I'll make sure of it. I'm not going down that easily.
Yes. We're counting on you.
But there should be someone in the inn to at least help us both find Ho-Oh and access a mercenary.
Sure can hope so. Thinking about it, maybe we should have engaged with Abra.
Probably.
For now, let's
But
see. He's going to
yeah,
enter.
and you guys enter the tavern. But as we turn the camera back, as Aster and Theron, you are sitting at the table with Sophia and her two guards that are standing behind her. She seems to be at the moment writing on a piece of parchment. Okay, so what were you guys' full names again? She'll point to Theron.
Out of character. I don't think we ever discussed the last name, so I'll just make it on the spot.
Oh, I was just gonna say you could just say your first name if you want.
Oh, fair enough. The Raichu would exhale briefly before looking up. My name is Faraday, or usually just Farad.
Okay, Faraday. And how about you, Ninetales?
Putting a paw up towards his chest, he's going to start speaking. And I would be Asterius, a Rel von Erhard Relister Deri III.
Okay, Asterius Oren von Redhot Relius der Andrea the Third. Is that correct?
I do suppose that's close enough.
Or maybe I can just write Asterius for short. But and she like stands up and starts to roll the paper. Here you go. All it needs is your signature.
Right. Barrett, if you would be so kind. I do recall there being a candle inside our pack.
Of course. One moment. He would gently float out of the chair, only to go onto the floor and pull out said candle, as well as something of a pad. Grabbing hold of the candle with 2 fingers, he would proceed to light it. Just let it heat up briefly. And then set it down next to the Ninetales. On top of said pad.
And you were even kind enough to light it for me. Thank you.
Of course.
As he leans forward a little bit and picks the candle up with, well, his mouth, he's going to tilt it ever so slightly towards the pad itself, and with a little bit of wax pouring onto it, he's going to set the candle back, or taking his paw and just pressing it firmly against the wax puddle, as it were, with almost enough force that the table sort of shifts over towards his in his direction as it lifts forward, and before falling back down on all fours, he's then going to nudge it over towards the glade with a friendly smile. I do believe that wraps up the terms of our discussion.
Well, I think it does. She grabs it, and she's going to hand it off to one of the guards.
And may it bring prosperity and peace to both Armonia and Ashbera.
Meanwhile, Farad would just hand over a towel to Aster for the sake of cleaning the wax off of the boss.
You're far too kind.
I aim to assist.
Well, if you guys would excuse me for now. And you watch as Sophia pushes herself out of the chair.
May you
Make sure...
Sorry.
Make sure to tell Ammonia that it's going to be great working with them. Oh, if you guys ever need me, you can just find me in the center house in the capital.
Understood. Fair winds to you, Sophia.
Well, you two, and good luck on your journey back. As Sophia slightly turns around, and both the guards turn with her and start to escort her back, as reluctant as she is to not have them there with her.
I am glad that we were able to finalize those terms. It can
Well-
be quite difficult coming back home after such a long time.
Agreed. But as you know, this is also why I let you do the talking. Though, you said this used to be your home.
Why, yes.
Huh.
Well, not Venice exactly, but I did grow up for a time in Ignium nearby.
Fair enough. With the several people here that are less than charitable than you, I imagine you were a natural born from Harmonia.
We did travel there quite early on.
That said, you want anything to drink?
Of course.
Alright. Wait here. I'll go talk to the bartender to see if we can get something. Nothing major, just some water, something to pass the time. At least before we start our way back home.
Of course. I'll start making the preparations then.
With that, Fair to get up and proceed to make his way around the table towards the barkeep.
What's Scooby?
Actually, he then pauses before just that. You know, I should have asked. Is there anything in particular you want to drink? I was just gonna get us some waters.
Waters will do just fine.
Understood. With that, go ahead, Crimson. I'm sorry.
Okay. As Darren would walk over to the bar, Jim, you would watch as this female glade would walk past you with 2 guards in tow as you open the door and start to come in.
I'm sorry, out of character. Did you say female Galid?
Yeah, female glade.
Okay, my Pokemon knowledge might be a little bit rusty, but I don't think that's possible. But I won't question it.
Different world, different rules.
Yes. Anyway,
Sorry. Yeah, I'm just not placing gender norms on like some of the evolution trees.
no problem. So I will reiterate what Jim said in chat. We'll look for
Okay.
someone tomorrow. For now, I propose we grab something to eat and rest a little. I think we all need it badly. What do you say,
Stanley
guys?
Finley kind of just slumps down, his head's still kind of sideways until it see him like stick his claw out and then grab the disguised neck and kind of stitch it back on. Finally. But yeah, I agree. We should probably get some food, then try and sleep.
Yes. I don't know about you, but my back is aching like crazy. Holy buckets, that's a big issue.
Yeah, no kidding. That's, you see Jordan kind of think for a moment. Yeah, that's what they call alpha Pokemon. They are extremely big.
I can see that. There's also a lot of people. But as I said, we will be looking tomorrow. Take a seat, guys.
Yeah, sure.
Meanwhile, as they're getting there, as that group's getting settled in, Faradaeus is going to come on back over, and admittedly, with flaunting their psychic abilities a bit, they are carrying a glass of water for themselves, and then proceeds to set a pitcher of water, a wide pitcher of water down for Astir.
Basically a big fancy bucket.
I don't
Basi-
mind the big fancy bucket.
Basically, a large means to drink, a large container for quadrupeds that can't lift the drinks themselves. Although, given tails, probably wouldn't be a problem either way. So Faraday just lifts a drink briefly before, as though to just say a quiet cheers, before taking a generous sip.
Yes, indeed.
Ugh. Hmm. Hey, Esther. It seems like we're not the only ones that are from out of town.
I'm sure they have their own reasons for being here.
Yeah. Here's hoping. Don't want another issue.
Like what?
Another ambush, thinking that you have a lot of money. Again.
Never did understand that.
I mean, we dealt with them. At least I dealt with them. But I'd rather not that happen again.
And here I thought you loved the excitement.
I mean, it definitely adds an edge to a boring day. But, you know me. When it comes to keeping those I care for safe, I don't exactly look for a good time.
He just nods.
Sorry, me going to go grab tavern food
Oh,
to
you're
see,
fine.
remember what this world had again. Okay, yeah.
Look, I'm literally over here just sipping on water. Just
What does this tavern have?
Uh, it's there's some modern stuff that they make here, but it's like you can't just say, "Oh, I want a burger," and they'll give you one. It'll probably be just like bread and a slice of meat.
right. I mean, soup of the day is usually not a safe bet.
Yeah, it's okay. Hold on, I gotta do something with Jordan though.
Hmm.
It's like you guys watch as Jordan puts his hand on his chair and just says, "Probably just some grilled." As he hits the ground, as the chair just underneath him just gone.
Oh my.
Slightly
going
turns
to-
the gun.
Captain, you okay?
Yeah, fine.
That's a low quality chair.
Yeah, low quality.
Yeah.
The only thing that's kind of missing from the chair is like one of the legs are just broken off.
Here, have another one.
Sure. He's gonna. You see him move it with his like foot and not his hands, and he sits down back down to the chair. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, that's nothing. So what will you take?
Just probably some grilled fish.
What is a fish?
No, they exist. Don't worry.
Okay.
They exist. Fish
Okay.
and like Magikarps are different.
Okay, fine. And Stanley, I guess you'll take the same as me.
Yep.
I don't know what to take. I don't even know what they have. I'm gonna ask, okay?
3 coffees.
Stanley, we can just feed on coffee. No, that's ridiculous.
What do you mean? Remember that one time during the job? All we had drank was like 10 cups of coffee.
Yes.
And that was in the last 2 hours.
Yes, and do you remember how that ended up?
Yeah.
Be
It
reasonable.
wasn't a very
Be
It wasn't a
be
very good
reasonable,
week after
Stanley.
that.
Eat something.
Fine.
Sheesh.
Great, sorry. Now I really gotta go look up tavern food. Give me a moment. Why, hello there.
Hello there.
You're a new face. You're a new face here. Haven't seen you around here before.
Yeah, we're just travelers.
Ah, travelers. Don't see them quite often around these parts. Well, mainly just because some people are kind of generally afraid to come around this place.
I don't see why. It's a pretty charming and welcoming place, as far as I've seen.
Why, thank you. But that's probably just because of the and like kind of like as he says that, you see the person like right beside you, just like a like giant bottle of like ale right beside them as they're just like drinking. God, I wish I practiced that voice, but I don't think I had.
You got this.
Out of all the things that I had to lose, I just had to lose my badge as he slams his kind of like semi fist on the table. Come on, man, that's all I had.
Yes, sir. Nice to meet you too.
Hey, nice to meet you, man. Name's Hank. And he just like lifts out a hand towards you.
Anyway, mister, excuse me. I was just about to ask, what do you offer in this inn?
Oh, we offer a fairly a big price of stuff. Let me see. He's going to go and like grab a menu, and I am going to go look up food. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
the
this is
music-
hard.
Yeah, the music's kind of quiet.
It's supposed to be quiet. I can turn it back up. It was supposed to be quiet, but I'll turn it up if you want to hear it.
No, this works.
Also, excuse me, but do you make grilled fish here?
Well, yeah, we have quite a few fish in the back. We do.
We'll take one.
Okay, one group of fish coming up. And let's see. We serve fried rice, bread. Sorry. Fried rice straight into just bread.
Just offer something like we don't really care. Just something.
Thank you. Thank you, Neo.
You're welcome.
Bryce. No, Bryce gave me.
Ah.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Okay, here you go, sir. We after foraged salad, stuffed eggs, roast goose, some stew. We even have quite a few sandwiches. Oh, and if you're looking for a little fancy feast, why not try the Fancy Man's Feast? Might cost you a bit extra, but hey, it's pretty good.
We are on a harsh journey and a harsh mission. You know what? We'll take both of these.
Great. Well, you probably want to know what the Fancy Man's Feast is first, don't you?
Nah, surprise us.
Okay.
It's been a long day, sir. We just wanna wind up a little bit and catch our breaths. How much
Yep,
is it gonna
don't-
be?
It's just gonna be it's just gonna be about 50 gold. Hank, I swear, get off the counter. you see him start to climb onto the counter. Obviously drunk.
Jim's
Oh,
going to
come on.
Jim's going to pull him out a little bit, like try to pull on him just as a way to get him off the counter. Sir, please, a little bit of decency.
What do you mean decency? I'm doing what I want. He's just gonna like shove you off.
Meanwhile, Ferret is just watching on, just glances to Aster, is like, should I get involved?
He's going to glance over, sort of look at the situation, and leans in just a little bit closer towards the yellow and Raichu. Let's just see how this goes.
Understood.
Okay. Jim is going to grab his pint of ale, as you said.
Yeah, it's pint of ale.
Okay, sir, fine, that's enough. I think you've had enough of this, so I'm going to confiscate it for you. This is for your own good, so please don't hold it against me.
Hey, no, you don't tell me when I need to stop. Give that back, and he's going to actually jump down and try and grab the ale from you.
Sir, you've had enough.
He's trying to like pull it, but your grip is just too strong. The pint of ale. Go on, just. I'm supposed to be. Come on. Okay, I've had it. You said. Give me back my ale. And he's just gonna hit you. He misses.
He swings, and then he proceeds to just fall onto the floor.
Actually, hold on. Sorry.
Oh.
You watch as he swings. He fully misses you, slams against the ground. You hear one last hit before you just hear snort.
Sir, you're such a sad display.
I'm extremely sorry about Hank. He just lost his position as the captain of some of the gods around here, so he's just been drinking his sorrows away.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, he's kind of one of the reasons why a lot of people don't come here.
Jim's going to hand over the pint of ale to the bartender. Here, take that back, and make sure he doesn't get it. I think he needs
Thank
a little
you.
bit of. He needs to slip it off.
Thank you. I'll get him into one of the rooms. I'll just add it to his tab now. Oh, and don't worry, your fancy man's feast will be at your table shortly, as well as your grilled fish.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And you see as he snaps his fingers, well, hand, and this one is going to come over and drag Hank into a room. Funny enough, if Hank didn't crit, you probably were just gonna have to get slapped around by Hank, doing 1 damage every single time, because your defense is absurd versus Hank's attack.
Cool. He could have gotten this way for 170 time.
He could have sat there and hit you 170 times.
Okay, boys, I'm back. What did I miss?
You watch as Jordan is just contemplating as the chair that was near him, you know, the one that like broke, is gone. It is no longer there.
Oh, I see you were kind enough to clean up after you.
Yeah. I just cleaned up the mess, yeah.
Yeah, that's the janitor spirit.
Stanley
Right.
kind of like Stanley kind of turns like the guy's head. Wow, Jordan, I didn't even see you clean it up. You really are getting to the janitor spirit. Yeah, the janitor spirit.
Aw, don't be so humble. You would make a great janitor, Captain.
Maybe I would make a good janitor, but I'm more akin to being a researcher.
Mm-hmm.
So, when do you think the food's gonna get here?
Any second now.
Oh,
Hopefully. I'm starving.
also, Jim, I hope that guy didn't bother you that much.
Nah. Pretty much knocked himself out.
Jeez, what was with that guy even?
Apparently he was a captain of the guard or something. He was pretty much got demoted and now he's just a mess.
I forgot. I forgot. I just won't include that last part of the Fancy Man's Feast.
Oh?
The last portion of the Fancy Man's Feast is you must commit to marrying our eldest daughter.
Ah.
Yep. But after some time of just like waiting, you watch as a server like starts walking towards you. And then you realize it's not just one server. Whoops, sorry. There's actually 3 servers. And they're holding this giant plate. Okay, one Fancy Man's Feast as they slide this like platter onto the table. There's just a bunch of like different cheeses, fruits, nuts. There's even what like you would consider back when you were human. There's like steak, fish, teriyaki, just a bunch of meat.
I originally ordered 2 of these, but I think we are going to share with Stanley.
There's a bunch of food.
Hmm.
There's about like 50 cheese, 20 pieces of meat, a bunch of fruit, and a bunch of nuts.
Is this just
I've
like
never
taking up the whole table?
Yes, it is.
What is this Monster Hunter kind of thing? Stanley, you think we can try to take it on the both of us? Because that's huge. I've never seen so much food in my life.
Stanley's gonna stare at you. What did you order?
I don't know. I didn't expect this thing. It had a name, a fancy name, like the Beast something.
Feast? You... Okay, that one should have been a dead giveaway. It said feast. Of course, it was probably gonna have a bunch of food in it.
I'm hungry, okay?
I'm not sure if we can finish this all by ourselves.
Okay, apparently I'm great at eating things.
Sure.
I'm sure I can take it on.
Well, you can sure try. I'll eat some of it.
Okay, alright, boys. Bon appetit.
Yeah. Sorry. You just see Stanley ever so often just grab something and put it underneath the cloak. You don't see how Jordan's eating, but he's eating very slowly. But in the meantime, while these guys eat the giant portion that is just this, well, the entire table worth of food, we're just there and Aster up to, or just talking about it.
Farron's kind of like at a loss of words at the fact of just how massive the food portion was. And just stared at it from a distance before shaking his head and looking off elsewhere. Okay, huh.
No, if I recall correctly, there may be a wedding procession soon.
It depends. Maybe. I remember seeing that, but I think that was a joke. At least I hope it was a joke. I mean, Farron ponders briefly.
I'm pretty sure it is myself.
Like, at least I'm pretty sure. I don't think the host explained that part, but anyway, do you want anything? I'm sorry. Do you want anything to eat, Asta, or are you good?
Perhaps so, though. Perhaps I'll order this time. Would you like anything, Ferret?
Oh, I mean, some stew would be nice. Just some simple stew would be nice.
He nods. I can't have you do everything for me. Where would I be without you, Ferret?
Well, I'll just say probably having quite the hard time getting around as of late.
That he's going to sort of circle around, and he's gonna make his way over. Sort of stealing glances towards this table over here.
You can see just some fish as Jordan touches it slightly disappear. He's eating it. Every so often he does cough up ash.
Does Jim notice that?
I'm just going to ask you one thing. Is Jim perceptive enough to notice it?
Well, he has a lot of perception. Do I roll?
Yeah, you can roll. It's just like the way you have Jim with Jordan is like so oblivious to the change. To the change that is happening to him.
So far, because every time you mentioned it, it was kind of discreet.
Yeah, which is like the entire point. Yeah, you can kind of see him. You can see him kind of cough up. Just like he eats some of the fish, but he just coughs slightly.
Okay, upon seeing that, Jim will instantly stop eating. Captain?
Wait, we will do mana first, but then you can
Sure.
interrogate Jordan.
Few paws sort of press themselves up against the stools, and the Ninetales is going to lean forward as he looks towards the servers. And why, hello there.
Oh, well, hello there. Ah, you were the one with Miss Sophia. What can I get for you today?
Well, for my little friend there, he's looking for a stew, and
Ah, the stew.
he's gonna glance back towards this table.
You just see, you glance back, you just see the weasel coughing, and the swallow going to try and like question him and see what was wrong.
And provided it's not too much trouble, we'll have what they're having.
Oh boy. Another fancy man's feast then. Coming right up. You do know the other thing that comes with the fancy man's feast, right?
I was told by my friend that it was a joke. Though,
Well, it is a joke, but it's something that my daughter does like to write on the menu that people don't notice. She thinks it entices them more to buy it.
I see. Well, perhaps I shall meet this daughter of yours sometime.
Probably. He is working at this current moment, so. Actually, yeah, no, she's in the kitchen right now.
He nods.
Well, your food will be. Sorry, your food will be there in a moment.
Of course. Shall I provide payment now?
Sure, that will be 50 gold. I forgot, we never rolled for Aster's money, did we?
No, we didn't.
Roll me a D1000. You as well, Therid.
Give me a second.
Therid is 650 G.
I can't GM roll this, can I?
No. Okay. Therid has 650 gold, you have 750 gold. I'm just rounding it up to like be even. 750.
Cool. And I will make note of this somewhere on this sheet. There we go.
Yeah, it's at the very bottom, ironically, where the money is kept.
Fair enough. Nitus is going to reach and sort of reach into just underneath his scarf. And he's going to pull out what looks like a little pouch, and he's going to set it on the counter, give the barman a wink, before he sort of circles back.
You have a great day.
You as well. He's going to trot back towards a table and he's going to sit himself down next to it, and he's going to look towards Farad with a grin. Do you suppose the food will be here shortly?
Did I miss something? I'm sorry. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Aster's looking over at Farad with a grin. And the food will be here shortly.
You're grinning. What did you do?
Nothing at all. I just ordered food as I should have.
Uh-huh. You can see he just leans on his arm like, uh-huh.
Come now.
Those are
What
terrible rolls.
a
Those are
terrible
terrible
roll.
rolls.
Holy ones.
I assure you, it's
What was
not
the-
that bad.
We'll
Sorry,
see.
sorry, Bruno.
Aster, we'll see.
Sorry. Do you want me to transfer over to the one choking on Ash?
Sure.
Captain, this fish is not just dry. You're coughing ashes.
Ashes? No, I don't know what you mean. I'm not coughing ashes. That's just... Oh, that may be one of my Pokemon moves starting to come up again. What was it again? Hold on, I'm going to scour.
Am
Real
I
quick,
allowed to?
for-
Am I allowed to roll intuition again? That's element bullshit.
Yeah, you can.
Scald because that's like fire related.
No, there's a specific water type move I'm looking for here. Give me one.
Come on, roll guile again. I dare you.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Also, damn, he has a good guile.
Yeah.
He does. He's very perceptive lying. Yes, Scald. I'll just say Scald. That was probably just Scald. Yeah.
Since when does Scald make up ashes?
Scald is it's a water type move, but it involves fire, and I guess I'm probably just spitting out the fire pot. Probably because I haven't learned the move yet. That most likely explains it.
So that's what he meant by look at him, look after him.
So Jordan's guile, he has 5 guile. He can lie.
Jim will go back
Oh.
at eating. Jim will go back at eating, but we'll keep a side eye on Jordan.
Okay.
Mostly waiting for him to take another bite.
Jordan kind of like stares at you, and then he's just going to like look at Stanley. Hey, Stanley! Can you get me a cup of water, please? I think I'm probably gonna need it. Okay, sure thing, Captain. Stanley kind of like hops off of the chair, and then he takes a few steps. And then he just like slightly trips. You hear a very loud and audible squeak as he hits the ground with a light thud. Oh. Okay. Moving around like a mop sure is hard.
I guess we're still not entirely used to our new Pokemon buddy, huh?
Yeah, we haven't been Pokemon for, what, like a week now?
Well, it's still weird to no longer have legs. I'll give you that.
Well, yeah, it is weird to not have legs anymore, but it feels weird to know that I can feel the water coursing through my veins. I still don't know the...
It's called blood, Jordan.
Yeah, it's called the blood, but it's also that... Do you know the stupid phenomenon on where water comes from in water types? I still have
Yeah?
no clue where mine comes from.
Oh, don't ask me. I don't know either. Wait a minute. You said you wanted water, right?
Yeah?
And you just said you can make some.
I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. Come on, Jordan, it's probably not a good idea for you to make water.
Why not?
Well, mm, fine. Do you have a cup?
There's probably a cup somewhere in that huge platter.
He's gonna rummage through all the giant food. But at that time as well, here you go. Order for Mr. Asterius. A stew for this one, and as he slides this giant tray onto the table, a fancy man's feast.
Why, thank you.
Oh, and don't worry. The deal about marrying my daughter is it's not true.
Oh? I must say I'm rather disappointed. Perhaps next time then.
Oh, perhaps, but I'm not trying to sell my daughter like that.
I didn't know. I didn't know you were trying to settle down, Asta.
Oh, come on, I jest.
Ay. Either way, I feel kind of bad. That's a lot of resources they put out. I hope they have a means to gathering more.
Or,
Well then. Here you are. And do feel free to take as much as you'd like. I don't think I can finish this all on my own.
I mean, you ordered it, but I understand. He would start eating at the stew just casually, their own tail moving about in a slight pattern as they relaxed and just enjoyed the heartwarming foods that the tavern offered. Of course, looking at the fancy man's feast, you couldn't help but feel as though that's gonna probably end up getting shared with just about everyone else in the tavern. Uh, hmm.
okay, sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Back. Meanwhile, Aster's glancing over towards the food, and he's got a little bit of a grin going on. Something in his expression, and perhaps even the light blue flames licking at the side of his sides of his maw, sort of indicates a message of like challenge accepted.
There we go. Okay, I got your water. It's hard walking carrying stuff. Just places it down on the table. You can say whatever you're gonna say, Neo, out loud.
He's not saying anything.
Oh, he's not saying anything. Thanks, Stanley. He's going to like bring, he's gonna grab the cup. Okay, you watch as he grabs the cup. He brings it to his mouth, and he drinks from it. See? Everything's fine. You hear a crack, and then he slightly puts the glass bottle on the table very hard, and you just hear it shatter. Whoops, slight bit of a klutz, sorry. You all can see it.
All right, Captain. What do you have to say for this one? Going to find another excuse?
I just accidentally broke it. That's all. You guys did see what happened. You saw that the moment he touched it, it clearly just started to break.
What did he touch?
A glass bottle.
Jordan, are you done lying to me?
What? No. Yo, I wouldn't lie.
I may be a janitor, but I'm not an idiot.
Fine.
Your glass isn't just shattered, it's literally melting.
Yeah, it is. As the glass is kind of just in pieces, melting down. Like plastic.
Show me your wrists.
I really don't think that's a good idea.
He's going to grab something from the platter, like, I don't know, maybe a piece of food, like a little piece of cheese, whatever.
Mhm.
He's going to rub it against his wrist.
It
And
instantly
watch-
kind of vaporizes.
And watch the cheese closely.
Yeah, at the moment it touches the cheese is like fine at first. Isn't the cheese immediately start to like age, and then turn to dust.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, it's very not good.
Why didn't you say anything, Captain?
Well, that's what's recently just happened. I didn't need anyone else worrying about this.
I'm not worrying about this, I'm worrying about you.
Well, I haven't found a way to neutralize it yet, so I was waiting. This just happened like, oh, I don't know, a couple of hours ago.
I got a flask of this weird matter on me. Why is it not melting the glass of this flask?
I don't know. Oh,
Listen, Jordan, we don't need to bring more attention to this. Just try to hide it for now, okay? We'll figure something out, but please. Tell me next time. Don't hide it for yourself. This is important. I need to check on you and see how you go. This is crucial for our mission, do you understand?
yeah, but how am I supposed to know if I tell anyone it gets worse again? That's how this whole thing started.
I don't think any doctor can help us with that.
Kind of slams his hand on the table, which is a big mistake as the table starts to immediately disintegrate.
We may have to pay for these chairs and tables.
Just going to do this. Not on anyone in particular, but as you see the tables there, and just like it doesn't fall though, it just stays put. As the Raichu is just watching at this point.
That's mumble psychic type energy mumble, and he looks to his right. Oh, it's a Raichu. Oh wait, no, I didn't mean to break it. I swear. As he like kind of looks at Darren, immediately thinking that he's probably just like a part of the restaurant staff.
The Raichu would just close their eyes briefly before pointing at the food, lifting it up, and moving it down to this table.
Hello, sir. We're sorry about this. We're gonna pay for this table.
One problem at a time. First, we preserve what we can.
Stanley's just gonna stare at you. What table?
Either way, Ferret's gonna move everything over to this table. But he can't, except for one thing. The fish that Jordan ordered. Actually, is the fish still there, or is it gone too?
All you see is like ash.
Okay, he's gonna pick up one of the pieces of meat from the feast, bring it back over, and then proceed to stuff it directly into Jordan's mouth.
For you?
With that,
We're good.
he would stop after a moment. Eyes will stop glowing as the table would most likely... Actually, he would make sure the table, if the table's going to collapse, set it down gently so it doesn't cause a massive clattering.
But the table's like gone.
Oh, it's already gone.
No, like half of it is.
All the more reason to set it down on the ground before it clatters.
Yep.
And then Farad would look over to the weasel and cross his arms before looking back to his buddy and then looking to the weasel. I don't know what you just did, but I dare say it looks like you got cursed by a Ninetales that isn't exactly looking out for your best interests.
Oh, yeah, maybe just a Ninetales. We have run across a Ninetales, actually.
Don't listen to him. This is a little more complicated than that.
No, I'm sorry.
Huh?
Why? Sorry,
The
the timing was perfect. I was just about to mention Ryoshi. I'm sorry that timing. But George is like, no, yeah, it probably was just a Ninetales curse. We have met one, right, Jim? Jordan's obviously like lying through his teeth because he doesn't want to tell anyone.
Jim's going to bap him on the back of his head.
Yeah, curse.
Look, I'm not a part of the staff, and I don't know too much about what's going on here. What I do know is that you need help. If anything... Actually, hey Asta, you mind coming over? We can finish eating in a moment, I assure you, but I'm curious about this character.
Well now, Ferret. I don't think I've ever seen you do that before. He's mentioning about you feeding someone.
Improvisation. I just kind of saw the situation and acted on the fly. Besides, it wouldn't do much good if you order all this food and you're not able to eat a single bite of it.
Oh, that would be quite the shame. He
Not
says, looking directly at Jordan.
Yeah, 'tis but a shame. You see him put his hand, like, lean against a chair. Instantly disintegrates and he hits the ground.
Are you okay?
Gotta remember that it keeps happening.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna want to be careful about that.
He sort of nods. At first, I thought you were quite strong with that glass there, but perhaps there's more to this.
It's not every day that we see... It's not exactly a common occurrence to see someone have a... Well, I can't say the Midas touch now, can I?
Either way, well, in my experience, you are either one very unlucky fellow to have crossed another Ninetales, or perhaps there's more that you're not telling. Well, you need not tell us, but from what I can see from your fellow friend over there, he does care for you. And it won't do to lie to them. Isn't that right? He says as he looks down to...
Stanley.
Stanley or Jim?
family.
Stanley? Stanley just goes, yeah, I am concerned. I don't know exactly what's going on with him. Jim, do you have an idea?
I've been told this is not a Ninetales curse. It's more than that.
If you don't mind me bringing up a suggestion here. He will look back over to the innkeeper. It may be best that if we discuss something of this caliber, to do it in such a way that we don't have prying ears, especially given the disappearance of a table and 2 chairs.
Yeah, now that you mentioned prying ears, you see that this person's been staring at you for an awful long time.
Which one?
This little guy at the very back seemed to be an Abra wearing a poncho and a cowboy hat.
Oh, this one over here?
All the way in the corner.
Understood.
Okay. Oh. It's them again.
Who?
Who?
You see that lad on the back over there?
Farrad would just kind of glance over their shoulder. What about it?
Kind of saved us on our way here. We had a rough day and we almost didn't make it. If it wasn't thanks to them, we would probably not have survived.
Oh dear.
That's never good.
You see, we're not the greatest of fighters.
And yet you're travelers.
That's because we're here on a mission for him. He says, looking at Jordan.
No, not just me. My Pokemon.
Yeah, well, indirectly for your Pokemon as well, but... sorry, I mean...
Your
friends.
Pokemon.
Complicated story.
Yes, I meant for his friends. For his friends. They have the same kind of affliction and... they need help.
Oh my god. Guile.
No, he was trying to understand the part of
The defendant wins.
Ah,
he was trying to understand the part of saying his Pokemon. And even if Farrad would not have put 2 and 2 together on, it's like, huh?
Sorry,
You
I
would-
meant his Pokemon friends.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes more sense. Well,
Farrad would have needed a 10. Asher would have needed a 15.
either way it goes. Why don't we get a room or step outside for a bit?
That's a good idea. Maybe just to avoid any trouble and not make us outlaws, I should refund those chairs and that table.
Yes, at least one of you should.
Okay, head outside. I'll join you shortly.
No rush.
I think it's-
I'm gonna finish my food first, and then we'll see where that goes.
Sure. No rush. Take your time.
I think we should probably get a room so, after we're done talking, I can just...
I will ask
figure
for this
out
as
how to
well.
go to
Thank
sleep.
you.
Okay.
ah. Whatever ails you, I hope things get for the better. And sooner rather than later, of course.
This isn't gonna go away anytime soon. Oh, and Jim, bring an empty cask.
An empty cask.
Yeah.
An interesting request, but understood.
Yeah, but as you walk up to the bar, you look at the innkeeper, his mouth is agape. Why? my tables. How did he even? He's like staring at you, Jim.
That's a long story. Like, very, very long story. I'm willing to refund those if you don't mind.
Well, those was 75 poke.
All right. Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
Two chairs also got destroyed in the process.
Oh, we have more chairs in the back, but tables we can't exactly replace that easily.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, please control your friend. I don't need to lose any more tables.
I've been trying, sir. I've been trying. In any case, if you do not mind, we would also love to get a room for the night. I promise we will do our best to not destroy anything.
We'll hand you a key. Please keep an eye on your friend.
I will do my best. Thank you for your trust, sir. And sorry for the trouble.
Oh. I'm gonna have to clean up a lot, aren't I?
Okay, Jordan, come over here. I need to watch something.
Yeah?
Is there anything we can wrap around your wrist that will not decay instantly, just as a way to prevent it from destroying anything?
No, I don't know if there's anything that you could wrap around me.
Listen, I have a vial of this very substance that comes from your wrists. This vial is not melting for some reason. That means there must be a few elements that do not melt instantly.
You mean like my tools? So far, the only things that haven't like disintegrated off of me is like my bag.
Well, take that bag and wrap it around your wrists, okay?
Maybe I have something in here that can. You can see him kind of rummage through the bag. Ah, gloves! And then they disintegrate. Fuck!
Well, you tried. Please, just try to figure something out. We don't need to destroy more things. And
Yeah.
bring more attention onto ourselves.
I'll just keep my hands in the bag. He just sticks his hand in the bag. So what are we gonna do about the food?
Can either finish it up, or...
Farad would speak up. I like to think that goes to the guests around us. After all, there is something on the menu called the Commoner's Feast. So I imagine what's left goes to the people.
Oh, wait, it's supposed to be to the people? You see as Stanley sweeps half of it into himself, into like the black void that is supposed to be his stomach.
Well, I guess that takes care of it.
Not all of it, half of it. It's still a lot of
and
food. He scoops like half of it.
The other half was probably already eaten by Jim. He's a swallow. He eats a lot.
We got plenty left. We have plenty left over for ourselves.
Yeah, no, he ate half of what was already there, so there's still like probably 1/4 left.
Yeah, makes sense.
He's not like Jim. He's not like a swallow, but he is still like a mimikyu.
The amorphous gang.
Yeah, the amorphous thing. Okay, so what are we doing and where are we going again, Jim?
For now, we are just resting a bit. We'll figure it out later.
And I'm just gonna need a moment with this.
Do I need to remind you of our mission?
No, you don't. I know what the mission is.
Looking at the bright side, it seems that we found someone to help. At least these two seem interested. They don't know half of the story, but I plan to tell them. Maybe they can help. After all, one of them is a Ninetales. They're pretty versed in curses as far as I know. I mean, I've seen Ryushu.
Yeah, we've all seen Ryoshu send Atlas to the moon.
Pardon me?
One of the things Ryoshu did was send Atlas sky high.
How many different curses can they even... This is not important. We established that already. This is not a Ninetales curse that Jordan is afflicted with. This is deeper than that. Not only Jordan, Prima as well. Now I'm wondering, is Brellan also afflicted?
Not from what I could tell. The last thing that I when I tried checking Braylon for anything, something was keeping him from, like, getting sick.
Something. He's going to face.
I'm gonna get.
Maybe we could ask him for help. Hell, maybe the solution was closer than we thought. But it's too late, he's gone now. At least I'm sure they're having fun right now.
I really hope they're doing fine.
Well, according to the narrator, they are. They're doing well. They're just... We're no longer here, if you... This is complicated, okay?
Whoops. Yeah, it seems very complicated.
Just know, I told you, and I will tell you as many times as you need. Your Pokemon... your friends are doing fine. They're alive and well.
I really hope they are. They're kind of all I have left. Well, not
Trust
my
me.
life's work, just my life entirely.
Trust me, Captain. I have friends. Powerful friends.
Yeah, I really hope you're right.
Sorry, I think we can switch over to Farad and Esther.
So Farad did the smart thing. He
Mhm.
would eat until he felt satisfied before he hit the wall. And just stop there.
The wall.
You know, metaphorically speaking, the wall of stomach where it's like you can't eat another
Yeah,
bite
stomach.
or else you fully explode.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
wall. He stopped there.
Cool.
But otherwise, everything else, he's just kind of like, he's good to go. He's also gonna go ahead and get up and head over to the counter.
Actor's just
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
inhaling it.
Jesus Christ. To be fair, it is at your portions. That being said, the Farad would go to the innkeeper and speak. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
2 questions. One, are you okay? You look a bit frazzled.
Well, I did just watch some. I completely disintegrated both 2 chairs and my table.
Pretty sure the Nine Tails is cursed, but you know, it may be something else weirder. I digress. I wanted to know if my friend and I, if we could have a room, preferably with 2 beds. Actually, if you don't have 2 beds and just has a room with 1 large bed, that's also fine.
We do have a room with 2 beds, and one with a fairly large bed.
How big is the 2 beds?
They're about, let's say, your size and add half more to it. It's not as big as your friend.
All right, then let's go for the room with.
Definitely fit inside.
One more time. Sorry.
It might. He said he could definitely fit inside, but it might be a tight squeeze.
Let's go for the room with the larger bed, singular large bed.
Got it. So you're a large bed.
I want to make sure he's comfy.
I'm going to rush through something, and he's going to give you. The room is. This is the key to.
Okay. Out of character, that robot at the hell and back thing, but I believe he just basically got the key.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He gives you the key and says, "This is to room 3A."
Understood. Thank you. With that, he just spin the key briefly before putting it away on this person. And just simply put, for everybody, for what we didn't finish, let it go to everybody else. And I hope you guys, I hope these. I'm trying to put the words together in my head. I hope we didn't take too much of your food stores.
Oh, don't worry. There's a lot in the back.
Understood. Making sure. Okay. And with that, he would head on back over to his friend.
Do I have to roll anything to see if he finishes this?
Well, there's not a
Little-
constitution check, so
It would be a. Out of all the roles, it would kind of be like survival focus. Like survival focus or gluttony. What would gluttony be? It's like survival or focus is my best bet.
I'm gonna say survival
Okay, yeah, survival
or roleplay
or roleplay.
Oh. I sort of typed it out
Sorry.
there already.
I was just going to say then, if there's no role to determine, prove to me, show me how he's going to eat all of this food.
Fair enough.
I think he's throwing caution to the wind. As he has always been raised to never be wasteful. Something that he actually shares with Ferret, I believe. He's given up the notion of, I guess, trying to look dignified. The terms that I used there was voraciously devour.
Sorry, say that one word again. For
Voraciously.
okay, yeah. Well, yeah, you don't waste almost a single piece of food. You eat it all.
I grew up having very little. So,
Yep, there's about nothing left after you're done eating.
with a sharp exhale and sort of covering his muzzle just a little bit, and cleaning himself off around the muzzle region, he's then going to slowly stand up and sort of glance over to Farid, and well, now that
Oops.
was quite the meal. Was there anything else for us to do, Ferret?
Well, aside from go and take a walk to walk this stuff off, I'd say we can retire to the room whenever we're ready.
Oh, you have been ever the most helpful friend.
I aim to please. But, seriously, you want to go for a walk? Just look around the town a bit more before we retire?
Of course.
With that, he would get out of the chair, stretch out. Besides, it looks like the city is well illuminated. Not too many dark corners in a place like this. So, I know it's typed out, but do they hear? But does Ferret or Asterius hear that, knowing that they're a lot closer now?
Oh, he whispers that.
Okay.
Especially when he notices that someone's walking by.
Can I roll perception?
Like, do the same.
I'm
Yeah,
asking.
you roll perception.
Cool.
Jim, you want to let them roll perception? Oh, they roll perception.
Oh no.
As you know,
You hear
Jordan
it.
isn't very stealthy. Yeah. You hear it, and then Jordan just goes, "What?" Not very loud. He just goes, "What?"
Jordan, please. Keep it quiet.
You know, we were going for a walk anyway. Give a glance back to the other two.
Perhaps
If
you'd
you
like to
need-
come along.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, hello again.
If we're going for a walk, would you care to come
I'll
along?
let you do.
Sure, we will join you in just a second.
It could also be a good opportunity to test that theory of yours behind closed doors, or rather, less prying eyes.
Jim's
That
gonna
is, if you
Jim's
do
gonna frown at
truly
Jared.
intend to
Oh.
test it.
Sorry.
That is, if you truly intend to test it.
Jim is going to frown at Farad. Are you reading minds or something?
He just
Oh,
points to his
no.
ears.
No, I'm pretty sure it'd be a lot more terrifying if he was. Wouldn't it, Ferret?
I'm used. Mind you, I'm used to moving things around rather than reading. But, no, I just heard you. That's all. The offer stands. Either way, the choice is yours. We'll give you the space you need.
I will think about it.
And with that, Ferret's not gonna force it, because, far as I know, he's a stranger. He's just being a very kind one.
Yeah.
As he goes to the door.
Listen, Captain, there is no need to act so shocked. The reason I'm offering this, because I have a good reason. Well,
But it's probably not a good reason, nor a good idea.
and what makes you say that?
I'm not sure. This thing is just dangerous.
Yeah? Guess what? I can do almost the same. That's why I think maybe it will not harm me. I want to test it out. I want to try. Just to be sure.
Fine, I'll try. I know you have liquid ooze, but I'm not sure if it's. Ugh.
You're not the only one oozing liquid death.
Fine. He's going to get close.
Jim is going to hold
And
his
he-
wrist.
Hold on, because I was making it right now. Just give me a moment.
Okay, Captain, before I do this, in case it
Yeah.
goes badly, I don't think it will. I sure hope it won't. But in case it goes badly, carry on with the mission. See it through, okay?
Okay.
Alright.
See, as he rubs this on your body. Jim, I need you to roll focus.
Okay.
Okay, you succeed. Even though this is it's some kind of ooze, but the moment it touches you, you feel your body kind of just get drained. All the life sort of dissipating out of you, getting pulled out.
Mr. Jordan, I don't feel so good.
I told you, it's not a good idea. God, you see him kind of start to try and touch you, but then pull back. Oh, wait, no, I can't touch you either. Stanley, get him. Let's take him outside. He just needs a breath of fresh air. Yeah, that's it. Okay, gotcha. Come on, Stan. Come on, Jim. And he's gonna like, so you feel like a shadowy claw wrap around your amorphous body. Uh, you doing okay, Jim?
He just deflates.
Yeah, figured.
Like, he flattens.
Oh no, he's
Okay,
melted into a puddle.
Basically.
Let's get him outside.
You're just dragging him like a flask of putty. Like a
Yeah.
puddle of putty.
Yeah.
I'm presuming by this point, with
Whoops, I forgot.
Aster
They're big.
offering for Fairy to hop on.
I see.
Um,
And yes, Farad will accept that.
okay, and he's then going to sort of push against. He's gonna nudge the door open with his nose, and then he's going to make his way out. I'm presuming by this point they're already outside.
Yeah, you see him. You see as the Mimikyu drags a puddled Swalot as the Weasel's like rubbing his arms. Oh, hey!
Huh? Oh.
Well, now, oh,
We thought we would just take a walk.
I understand. He said 1 second, but what happened during it?
He touched the black substance that I emit, and he kind of deflated. That's kind of what happened.
Fine.
You have a very strange definition of fine, sir.
I don't think I've ever seen a swallow do that. How very peculiar.
Swallows are pretty malleable, if I remember correctly. Either way, Farad would kind of just move before sliding down one of Aster's tails to the ground and just landing nearby, only to walk over to Jim and present a citrus. Actually, not a citrus berry. A heel seed.
Ironically, I don't think Jim actually took any damage from that.
You didn't tell me anything about that. Do I actually take damage?
Yeah, you would take the damage. 10.
Much. Just
10
that?
damage.
Okay, expected much more.
Actually, do heel
But don't
seed
worry, it gets
do
worse.
this?
It gets worse. This is it's at the beginning stage.
Oh.
You said a heal seed?
Yeah.
How much does a heal seed heal?
A heel seed doesn't heal. A heel seed removes status conditions.
Yes.
Oh. He doesn't have a status condition on him right
Huh.
now. Murky substances doesn't give status conditions.
I see.
Oh, yet that is because it's just murky substance. No, it's implemented. I'm just Jordan's sheet isn't as complete as the others.
Understood. So I'll hold on to that heel seed for now.
Yeah. So Jim does not have any erosion status on him.
I see. That he would just kind of head back over to Aster and kind of just leap upward before gently landing back on their back and getting and just getting comfortable again.
Hold on. There we go.
I'll be fine. I just feel a little weak.
If you're sure.
This doesn't hurt as bad as I expected.
Looks like it just knocked the wind out of you then, huh?
Okay, there we go.
I'm sure the table would disagree.
Okay, I fixed murky substance.
Okay.
But you succeed on the focus, so it doesn't matter. You succeeded, so it's fine.
So I didn't take any damage actually?
No, you didn't take an extra tick.
Oh. So wait, hold on. I'm actually rolling the damage that you just
It'll be like, that's like, it still doesn't matter. You still get like max HP. You still got back to max HP.
Oh.
If they gave you as like a citrus berry or an orange berry.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't give either. I have a citrus berry, but it's just like I'll let it sit. Like it didn't like that would help, and just that's why I went for a heal seed. But he said no on the heal seed, so we're just gonna let it sit and wait and see. They said they're fine. They're refusing medical aid, so we're gonna just wait and see
Yeah,
how
'cause
they recover.
Jim will actually refuse that berry.
Yeah.
Damage modifier is 1, right?
Yeah, it's 1.
Okay, like it's not super effective.
7 damage. You still don't take a lot of damage, so it doesn't really
Okay.
matter.
Once the moment has passed, he will reinflate. Ooh, that was weird.
Oh, nice to see you back in your original self.
I'll be
So,
honest, I braced for more.
well, given you haven't gone as the way of the table and the chair, I'd say it's an improvement.
Sure is. Hey, Captain.
Yeah.
This may sound cruel, but, you know, we could weaponize this thing.
He's gonna walk
Oh.
over to you, point his
Not
finger at
much.
you, and go, "No!"
It's not much, but it's a way we can fight back. Do you remember how Do you remember how much trouble we had just getting in this town?
Yeah, I remember how much trouble, but Jim, look at this. He picks up a rock. The rock is now gone.
Yes, I get your point. It destroys items. Doesn't do nearly
I
the
don't think
same
it just
on
destroys
leaving.
items.
It doesn't do nearly the same on living beings, Captain. I'm the proof. Still there. Still alive.
It probably can. I don't want to test that.
I just did. For you.
You don't know. There could be a worst thing that could happen.
Far be it for me to impose, though I'm pretty sure not too many people would agree to experiencing what that rock just did.
Yeah, I don't want to disintegrate anyone.
Though, at the same time, you mentioned that you're not fighters, and yet you're on a mission.
Yeah, a fighter
Well,
got taken away.
Your
one doesn't
fight...
need to know how to fight in order to go on a mission.
No. You're the proof of that, Aster. However, I mean, I'm not saying you can't fight, just you usually don't.
That's why we're trying to come up with
Well-
ways to defend ourselves.
So I'm not saying you can't, I'm just saying you don't. But hear me out. When it comes to the fact of life and death, and you need to defend yourself against those that will rather bring upon you the latter, you need to be ready to use whatever options you have at your disposal. That includes that.
But this is unstable.
It is. It is. But it's also
Unstable.
unknown.
Stable but effective.
It's also an unknown factor. We don't understand it. Or rather, you don't understand it. And for all we don't know, at least, for all you don't know if doing that helps you or does more harm than good. We don't know what it does. I'm assuming your mission is to get rid of it, though.
Yes, it is. I don't want this. Sorry.
Not hard to see why.
Agreed.
What have you discovered? If you don't mind my asking.
This person over here, and their friends as well, got cursed. Not by a Ninetales, mind you. Something far worse.
No?
From what he's told me, this curse has been granted by a legendary being known as Iveltol.
Oh, one moment. Wait. Gonna just go. Yes. Farad's eyes are gonna widen briefly before he looks to Jim. And then to Jordan. Now, forgive me for jumping to conclusions, but what did you do to get branded by the god of death?
Well, I made a deal with them.
You made a deal.
I'm
I'm sorry, Asta, did you have a question?
No, not quite. I'm sure you had your reasons.
They're very important reasons.
As is the case.
Yet, my friend, as nice as he is also not the most cooperative person and communicative, so I know what he's afflicted with. I don't know where he got it from. And I don't know exactly, though we have a small idea of how to fix it. And that's our mission. We need to find someone. We need to find a legendary Pokemon that can grant a blessing to counter his curse. Our current objective is to find Ho-Ho.
Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh.
I don't know I don't know who or where exactly they are. We got instructions on a place where it could be.
Well,
We really don't have a work to lot. We don't have a lot to work with.
Does sound like quite the predicament. Though... Have you been on the search for long?
We just arrived in this town. We've not even reached this place yet. We're
see.
heading there, and we'll see we'll see how it goes.
There being?
And we've been struggling a bit because as I said, none of us here is a fighter, really. I may be part of a guild, he says, looking down at his badge. Maybe part of a guild, but the others were a lot better at fighting than I am.
And yet you still made it into the said guild. I think there's more to show for that.
Agreed.
Though, before we do, I'm not sure I quite caught your name.
Oh. My name is Jim. Jim Smith.
He's gonna start looking over towards the other two.
This is
Oh.
Jordan, and my colleague here is Stanley.
Yeah, Stanley. Stanley Parable.
I could swear I've
Ah.
heard the name from somewhere before.
It's an absolute pleasure to meet each and every single one of you. He says as he sort of looks over each one of them, and then he does what is essentially. He goes Jacko pose in front of the Mimikyu.
A
And you as
reverence.
well. He stands
How
back up.
big, how big is he again? Why is it the one thing that's not on his height?
Is 6'6" or
No,
2
it's
meters.
no, it's Stanley. His height isn't on his sheet.
Ah.
'Cause he has a custom height.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I haven't
There he is.
spoken to the locals very much. And I think I said enough about us. What is your story?
It's only fair that you should ask.
I don't see any badge on yourselves. You're not part of a guild, are you?
No, not particularly, though we are travelers much like yourselves. Not on anything as dangerous as a mission, I should say. It is all the same, it's still very nice to meet you all the same.
It is nice to meet you too, Mr.
Curious Aurel von Erhard Relister Derry the Third, at your humble service.
Bless you?
Maybe just the first name, my friend.
Well, fair enough then. Please, call me Asterius.
Mysterious. I'll try to remember this. What about this one?
I go by Farad.
Nice to meet you, Farad.
Though several people get my name mixed up for other easy to go by names for different ledger types, be it volt, be it watt, be it amp, be it... It's Farad. But pay me no mind, just idle musings of annoyance.
And a fair name it is.
Either way, I am I suppose you could say I'm a bodyguard.
Bodyguard? Who might you be
One
guarding?
that I have been very grateful to have at my side.
No offense, sir, really. But do you really need a bodyguard? You're huge, and besides, you're a Ninetales. I know one, and I can tell you they can defend himself. he can defend himself very well.
Yeah, but he kind of puts other people in danger doing it.
Yes, but that's because it's Ryushu. It's Ryushu.
Well, given the outings that my friend and I go on, my job is important for its own reason.
I don't think I've ever met this Ryoshu that you speak of, but from what I hear, they do sound quite capable. I don't know where I'd be without Ferret here.
Ryushu is a little bit of a burnt head, but all in all, I guess he's a nice guy.
He scares me.
Yeah,
Says
he's,
scary.
yeah, he's a bit scary, but that's okay.
I am terribly sorry to hear that. I hope I don't scare you.
Not at all. You may be a lot bigger than him, but you seem. Let's just say that unlike him, you seem to have your head on your shoulders.
Hold on, let me actually put Stanley at the correct size.
He sort of
There you go.
circles around.
He's like 1 foot tall. Compared to everyone else, he's 1 foot.
He does like one of these.
This is more accurate for him. There you go.
Although, as nice as it is to meet the both of you, since you're travelers, I guess you have a place to go.
Well, there
Oh,
was
they
that.
can fly? Oh, never mind.
Ferret.
I thought this one could fly. I'll never get used to being him in the queue.
He just Barry just looks over to us and asks us like, sorry, but I felt as though they would be a little bit in trouble if someone walked by and didn't see them, so I put them at a higher point.
I do suppose that's fair.
That said, though,
There was that missive to write, but I suppose that can be left for later. I did have that walk to go on.
we do have a walk to go on. Besides, it's a lovely city. Save for the occasional fighter.
It's been far too long.
You guys don't mind if we join you in your walk? We just need to think a little.
The fresh air can do us all some good. So, come along.
Maybe we can get to learn a little bit more about your travels.
I'm sure it's nothing nearly as fascinating as yours.
Wes, to me, our lives are pretty boring.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's not a lot to know about us. If anything, our friends are much more interesting than we are.
Oh, I beg to differ. He says as he glances over towards he glances towards each one of them. He did hear the whole bit about I'm not used to being a Mimikyu.
Yep. Yeah, you heard it.
And with that,
Well, walk ahead. There's just a tiny little thing I need to say to them.
Oh yeah. Let's go. Let's go. I'm trying to actually find a path. Let's go this way, Asta.
right then.
Go. While those guys are talking. Well, Jim and Edith are gonna talk. Farrad's gonna look to Asta and just say, "So, you thinking about helping these guys out?"
Maybe.
I mean, the thought crossed my mind. I just figured, ask you.
Were you thinking about it?
Yeah. As nice as it would be to send off a letter and return home and relax.
That does sound nice.
At the same time, getting a chance to go and meet a legendary being.
You sure they're not just spinning a tale of their own?
It'd be kind of hard to spin a tale like that when it comes to what we just witnessed. I don't. If that was just done by some Ninetales that cursed him, that's a very strong Ninetales. Or a very strong curse.
I don't suppose. I don't suppose I should allow it to sort of be off that way. After all, I can't well stand by knowing what's going on. My
Yeah.
apologies, I'm rambling.
Oh, you're fine. If it turns out to be a ruse, we can deal with it.
Of course. And that is going to continue walking.
Mm-hmm. Either way, you should be nice. Been a while since we just went on an adventure. At least for me, it's been a while. And hopefully there's no mishap along the way. Crimson,
Mm-hmm.
do me a favor.
Yep.
Is there a means to allow mana to control my token?
Give me one more. Hold on. I just gotta go to the sheet itself. And hold on. Your token actually doesn't have health value on it, so let me do that real quick as well. You don't have a lot of health.
I can get more. I'm only level 40.
I know. Give me a moment, and let me go to your sheet. Man should not be able to move it.
Actually, I did forget to do that.
Yeah. Mana can move them, but they're not in their journal.
Got it.
Yeah, so they can't exactly access the sheet.
All right. I can fix the health value later on, but that'll be a discussion with you.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Jim, you have the floor, or rather, you guys.
Okay,
Excuse me.
boys, we'll be right with them. But first, there's just one thing I need to make sure with you both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, Jim. What is it?
Okay, we. I think it's for the best to not share around that we were once humans. We don't know how exactly they would handle such an information. So, I just want to make sure
What-
with you guys, keep it to ourselves, alright? This stays between us, and us only.
Sure. The only other person who knew we were humans was Atlas, and
Yes,
well,
I
it's
know,
Atlas. I'm
I
not
know.
sure exactly how other Pokemon would react.
Yeah, he didn't react much to this information, but Atlas doesn't react much to pretty much everything.
I mean, neither does Braylon, but that's just Braylon.
Brelin was trained by humans. This place, as far as I know, has never seen a human in... Nobody here has seen a human in their life. They don't even know what those are.
Probably.
They would probably be freaked out. We cannot take that risk.
Jordan
Yeah,
will
I'm
put a
Sorry.
Jordan will put like a paw to his face. Probably. Humans seem to have been very isolated from this society, so they probably don't know about us.
Right.
S-
So, if they ask anything about this, as far as we are concerned, we were always what we are, okay?
Gotcha. You hear Stanley go,
That also includes, and you will say that looking at Stanley mostly, that also includes, even if you fall over because of your disguise, please do not make any comments such as, "Oh, I will never get used to this Mimikyu costume." All right?
but I'm never gonna get used to this thing, man.
Just
Look,
say that.
you kind
Just
of
say
like
that you're
hops
good.
down.
Just say that you're clumsy. All right?
Yeah, you watch as he hops down, and as he hops down, you hear a. Sorry. As he hops down, you hear like a. You hear like a squeak. Actually, Storm, if you could. As he hits the floor.
This proves nothing.
Can I get some help? I can't get up.
Sure, he's gonna pick him up. He's gonna pick him up. You know what, Stanley? Stay on my head for now.
Okay.
This will be easier for everyone,
Are
including
you
for
sure
your.
you already have Control Stanley's token? I'll give you Control Stanley's token.
I don't.
Huh.
This will be
I thought I
easier
would
for
have given you
everyone,
Control.
including for you and your stubby legs, assuming you have them.
I don't want to know if I don't or if I do.
Neither do I. Anyway, let's get going. But please promise me, keep it to ourselves. Capiche?
Gotcha.
Okay,
Don't
let's
worry,
go.
my lips are sealed.
Sorry. Oh geez, we're back. Hello again? Didn't you leave by this street?
Yep.
I guess we don't know the surroundings
That
very
we
much.
did. And the stores were absolutely wonderful. There's a few more over there.
Didn't figure we talked for this long.
You guys are silly. But there are other places we can explore too, most likely. Just. What if we try going to the northwest here?
Oh,
Yes, a little walk shall do me good.
Yeah, let's take a small walk. We're gonna need it. Hmm. Or as I go on to the next map, which for some reason didn't have any of the NPC tokens on it.
Take your time.
I mean, I imagine it's getting late at night. People are going in their homes.
Yeah, it is getting late at night, but these people would still be here because, well, of what happens here at night.
So, where do you both come from anyway?
sort of looks up from one of the stalls of wares that he was looking at, and sort of looks at the swallow with the Mimikyu on top of them. Oh. While I might only speak for myself, I... Ah. I'm one sovereign citizen from Armonia.
Okay, there we go.
Harmonia. Out of character, has Jim ever heard this word before? I cannot recall.
No. I will say you do have your culinary, but you always have it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that sounds like a very nice place.
I dare say so myself. The one land within... Well, the one land within this continent that welcomes people all from all walks of life.
Hmm.
Uh, could you explain a little bit more of what Harmonia is? Says like the Mimikyu.
I would also just recommend like keep moving so we can go like for hereish.
Yeah, true.
I'd be glad to. It's a grand city to the insert direction here.
You said south, like southern city of Harmonia.
Uh, Harmonia is to the southwest of Ashbara.
I'd be happy to. It's a grand city of Wisteria. The grand city of Wisteria finds itself on the southwest of where we are right now. And I really wanted to know more.
I'm sorry.
All good?
Grand city to the southwest of where we stand, though the continent of Ashbera was, well, one might say once my home.
Hmm.
Though that would be many, many years in the past.
How old are you?
old enough to have my fair share of travels, I think. Though, granting, though, from what I saw in the tavern just there, you do find yourselves, well, connoisseurs of various cuisines, do you not?
Uh-huh.
You simply must try the fish in Atlantia.
Stanley just like could barely see it, but he just gives like a face that is like, huh? What is Atlantia?
I don't know, but those are fancy names.
Is that supposed to be Atlantis?
Where do you come from?
Oh, I was born in the city of, out of character, what was the name of the city they were in again?
You didn't
The starter town.
have one.
Yeah, the starter town.
That was the starter town, but it didn't have a name. Some of the towns actually don't have names.
You can just say a settlement.
I am born in
Yeah,
an
it's just
unnamed place.
Ah,
Yeah, all three of us are born in an unnamed tiny village
I see.
near the seaside. Yes.
I'm assuming to the west. Actually, which way did y'all travel to get here?
That's a good question.
South. We just kept going south.
Yeah, south.
Oh, so y'all came from the north. Understood. That said, a question. Farad would look over to Jim and just stare briefly. Because I know that you're not telling me everything.
Stop reading my mind.
I'm not. I'm not reading your mind at all. You just have, I dare say, you have exposed tells. Enough for me to dare ask a question. Were you perhaps at one point human?
Now that you mention it, Stanley did make mention that they weren't quite used to their farm.
Jim will just.
What?
silent-
No.
Sorry.
No, Stanley just goes, what? No. Definitely not humans. Right? As he looks down at Jim.
Jim is just going to silently look down to the side.
Right?
And how much do you know about humans?
Well, I know that in some cases or another, and at least in our travels, we've come across some pretty interesting things. From one of the things that we did in order to assist in another nation was try to figure out where a number of people disappeared to. We don't know where they went, but we did come across these crystals. And through research, we did come across someone that did find their way to my home region, who touted about the fact and was incredibly confused about the fact that they weren't supposed to be here. They have no idea what they were. And when asked, they said they were human. And yes, I know that you were from a different world. walk around on two legs, different abilities. I suppose you're a lot, if I remember right, you're a lot weaker than, well, how you are now. But otherwise, it's just another mystery of the world. Nothing crazy. Although you're not exactly a common occurrence either. What can I say? We get around a lot.
Guess Skitty is out of the bag, huh?
I wouldn't stress it. It's not like I'm gonna tell anyone.
Yes, you're right. All of us here, at least all three of us, we used to be humans.
So, what led y'all to,
I have so many questions.
So what led you guys to doing, hold up. Yeah. So you used to be human. I assume, at least in one of your cases, you came from a world that we existed. He would say that looking over to Jordan.
Jim nods.
Well, yeah. Wait, Jim,
Hmm?
a better question is, have they seen that white light? The thing that caused this? Have they seen it?
No one other than the people who were on the ship ever mentioned it, so I assume not.
Light?
I don't know exactly how it happened. I was somewhere in the broom closet when it happened. We were on a huge boat. A ship. And suddenly a white light engulfed all of us, and we woke up stranded on a beach, and that's where it all began. We were different. We were Pokemon. I don't know how it happened. I don't know why. I don't know why it happened.
Usually when I hear someone say an all-consuming white light, I get worried about the fact that there's some sort of electrode or Voltorb losing their temper.
This was not the same kind of light.
Evidently.
Last thing I can remember from that white light is it washing over me and passing out and waking up again.
Oh, very peculiar. Well, I must say that it's quite... What's the word? Quite fascinating to hear things, if not a bit perplexing. If this mission of yours is in fact to return to your human... I don't think I'll ever get used to saying that. Returning to being humans again. I wouldn't know where to even start.
Don't bother with it.
Though, you did mention Ho-Oh.
Yeah, don't bother with trying to get us back to being human again. I gave up with this objective long ago.
Clearly not enough to give up some of the pleasures, I think. I don't know what humans used buckets for, but
This is more of
by the
just a
way that you were gazing at it, I think that you were quite smitten with it.
This is more than just a souvenir of my past life. This bucket means a lot to me.
I can see that. Oh. If it is all the same to you, perhaps I might call it here. After all, I did think I did a fair bit of walking.
I'd say.
Meanwhile, Ferret's done none.
And even when he can, he probably surface on his tail.
He can walk. He just has the opportunity not to.
He can, but does he?
I mean, Ferret would probably just hop off and just choose to walk alongside.
Yeah, let's turn back. It's getting pretty dark.
Yeah. Though I suppose I should answer. Me, myself, I'm from a place simply known as Thevenon. And I will...
Give me that name.
Yeah. As soon as I can... As soon as I can highlight it.
I've only had tales of humans. Some say they look like a squishy sock.
Squishy what?
My throat.
I really cannot
He's-
think of a good way to describe a human to you.
Jim,
Ah.
what's the most humanoid Pokemon?
Hold on a second, Stanley. Do you mind if I put you down for just a second?
Sure.
All right. He's going to put Stanley down and try to shape his own body into the shape of a very muscular human.
Hold on. What is? Because actually, that would be like. Do you want to role play or actually roll?
Let's roll just to see how fucked this human looks like.
Give me a moment. It is. Okay, roll me a focus because you're trying to remember what your old body looks like. No, just a muscular body. You're trying to remember what your muscular body looks like.
Fuck it. I'm using narrator's blessing on this one.
Using narrator's blessing on it.
To be fair, the scene's almost over. It's fine.
It is.
Yeah.
So you use it while you got it. Ooh.
Oh my god.
And I'm glad you did.
I'm gonna
It's like the same roll too for the last time you used it.
Wait, what's up, Chris?
I think I'm gonna hop here. I'm tired.
Understood.
Yeah.
Rest well.
Take care.
Take care.
Take care.
Yeah.
Let you take Kingdom.
Rest well.
Okay.
Well,
Thank you
do
for
you want to
that.
tell us what that role means?
Okay, so Jim, as you kind of just like start patting yourself, squishing yourself around, you manage to morph your body into that of a jacked and chiseled like guy who looked about to be in his like 30s. This towel is like wrapped around your neck like you just got out of a workout session.
We could get chat music starts playing.
This would look like out of character. This is like peak bodybuilder kind of person.
Yes, something like this. Take a gander and please don't take too long. This is terribly uncomfortable.
Oh. That is certainly fascinating. Yeah, you can let that go if you'd like.
He just turns into the fucking Pikachu.
And then he turns back into his old self. His regular self.
Yeah, you just plop down and squish back into putty Jim. Your mustache isn't
So-
there at first, and then it pops back.
So minus the color and everything, this is what humans look like, mostly.
I see.
I mean, hold on a second. As far as I recall, Jim also had a photo of his human self.
There's no face, but there's a photo of like your body.
He shows it. Yeah, it's definitely very different than the depiction he did of his own body. Oh yeah, right. This could also help.
Bit of looks over it.
Hold on, give me a second.
By the way, Crimson,
Mm-hmm.
the city's the kingdom's name is in Player General.
Yeah, I saw it. Don't worry.
Mhm.
Where? Here it is. Okay. You would see, like, as you look at the photo, you would see this body, but without, like, the face. There's no face there. It's kind of, like, too distorted to actually be seen.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
not only that, but the picture is also kind of damaged. So a bit of the picture is missing, including his face.
I see. I must say, it looks a little bit different, and none of the manuscripts that I read ever made mention of, well, that strange appendage around their neck.
Oh, you mean this thing? He tugs at his towel?
Yes, precisely.
Oh, because this is not part of our body, this is an accessory.
I just want to ask, did you ditch the badge?
No, still has it.
Okay. Okay, yeah, it's still there.
See, this is exactly like this scarf you are wearing around your neck. It's a piece of clothing. Please don't
I
ask
suppose
me.
so.
Please don't ask me to depict you what a naked human look like.
I think that's enough to satisfy my curiosity.
Glad it is. I'm gonna pick up Stanley again.
See, all used to look like that.
Not quite. You see, humans have a lot of diversity too to their look and appearance. Stanley, for example, didn't look nearly like me. A lot younger, for starters.
I can try and do the same thing. I think I can do it.
Your disguise? Allow me to doubt.
Steps down, falls face first on the floor. Squeak.
Oh dear. You alright there?
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, you watch as he gets up and he like waddles towards a edge, goes inside of a bush, and you hear the bush rustle. Stanley, where's your sheet? There it is. Yep, he watches the sheet rustles. And then he watches he walks out. The only difference is his costume looks to be that of like a businessman going into like his job.
How insane hell did you do that, Stanley?
I don't know, I found some string.
Frowns.
That's a peculiar find.
Well played.
I never knew you were so crafty.
Well, I kind of have to be if I want to keep this, you know, this body from constantly falling apart.
You see,
There is
you're
that
al-
issue.
You see, you're already getting used to your new body. I knew you had it in you.
Yeah, you see him the business suit deflates to the ground.
She-Man edition.
But that's enough about humans. And
Yes,
uh,
we made
how we
a
look.
yes, we made a choice to keep that life behind us.
We already came to terms that we probably aren't gonna find a way to turn back.
Yep. New
Plus,
bodies, new us.
this is far better than, working that dead-end job as a janitor.
Please don't ask us what a janitor is.
Do I?
You actually do know what a janitor is. It's just a different word for you.
Well,
It's just like the cleanup service. The cleaning service, basically.
every single person in the community does their own part, whether it be royalty or custodian.
We told you we were boring individuals.
Hmm?
We told you we were boring individuals.
And no matter what one part is to the community that they're a part of, I'm sure their services are well appreciated, as they should be.
As I love to say, even heaven needs a janitor.
I'm not sure if you're entirely right about that. Not a lot of people did respect us.
Well, for what little recompense it is, I hope mine shall suffice.
We respected ourselves, and that was enough.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. I wonder how Ethan's doing now then.
Mm-hmm.
Another one of your
also-
human friends.
Also, not all of us were janitors, actually. He says, looking at Jordan. Jordan over here is the captain of a ship. Well, he was the captain of a ship that crashed. But
Yeah.
the one that we were on the moment we,
Okay, two things. One, Storm, same. Because I was about to ask, honestly. But no, Farad would stretch. Like, to be fair, I like to think that Jordan's still a pretty good captain. Random acts of God do typically put a damper on things, though.
My ship was hit by Rayquaza and sent into a island.
Like I said, random acts of God.
Random acts of God indeed.
I'm not just a captain, I am a researcher.
And I'm sure your research has yielded quite a bit.
Yeah, quite a bit.
You seem vexed.
The more I think about my research, the more I think that the research wasn't very good.
Well, isn't that a subjective matter?
Not unless subjective matter means I do this, and he again picks up a rock and disintegrates it.
Peculiar abilities aside, I don't think you're a person that would allow that to affect how you see yourself. Or how you see others.
Well, yeah.
At least I shouldn't hope so. Good. I'm sure with or without these abilities forced upon you by Yveltal, you are your own person. You are your own Pokemon, and your Pokemon friends would be glad to have you by their side.
Well, I really hope that they would enjoy having me by their side. I kind of, well, as you know, can't exactly go anywhere else.
You did describe them as friends.
Well, they're the only
After
people.
all,
They're the only people I have left that are my friends. The other two, somewhere. I don't exactly know where to find them.
I see. So out of curiosity, what do you plan to do at dawn?
At dawn?
I presume you're off to find Hello.
Yeah,
Precisely.
but we need to find someone who knows about Ho. We need to find a lead.
You don't happen to know where Oh is, don't you?
No, I don't believe we do. But we can probably ask around and check resources.
Certainly be much more interesting than writing that missive. The bureaucratic paperwork.
You and I both know that needs to get done, Asta. Much as we don't feel like doing it.
Right. Know one way or another about it?
I can help you write it. I can do that much at least.
And I would be ever more grateful for it.
Yeah, public speaking is not my strong suit, but writing, I could do writing.
We shan't be in your hair any longer.
Well, yeah,
You
don't want
wish-
to cause any trouble for you guys as well.
We do wish you the best on your ventures, wherever they may lead you, and well, we look forward to hearing all about it.
Uh, we still need to find guides.
And as much as I would love to, I doubt we will meet again.
Who knows? It's a small world. May cross paths sooner than you think.
Why I'm not saying farewell.
Well, didn't allow me to introduce my full name to just Jordan. The name is Jordan Ivory.
Ivory.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you, Mr. Ivory.
Yep, captain of the SS Plantella.
As I said, I simply go by Faraday. A bodyguard and a bit of an engineer from Thevenin.
Seven.
It's
I'll try and remember that name.
You're gonna find that there are a lot of kingdoms that are based in different typings, let's put it. Based on elemental affluence or typings, different kingdoms have been formed for the sake of harmony or for the sake of, well, prosperity. Harmonia is probably the only example that we can think of that doesn't follow that pattern. It's kind of its own thing. And for it, it's definitely one of the most peaceful kingdoms out there. At least. Until you think they're pushovers.
We should head there at some point. Probably be a good place to, Jim. Probably not settle down, but at least dip away from the chaos.
Retire?
Heck yeah, retire even.
You
Many
know it.
many people do find their way to Harmonia to retire. Especially if they can help out keep everything going.
Heck, what even happened to all the old regions? What happened to Ore or freaking Kalos?
I don't know. I just know that I come from Unova. That's it.
I have no idea what those are.
That's normal. Those are from another world.
Fair enough.
And this world is behind us.
That said, Asta.
Fair enough. First we learned that they're humans, and now we learn that they're traveling between worlds.
Well, today has certainly been enlightening for the both of us, huh?
It has. Jeez, I can't imagine going back to paperwork after all of this.
Ah. But duties must be done, annoyingly.
Yes, you've reminded me as much many times over.
Well, if it didn't get done, we wouldn't be able to go on these outings at all.
I hate it when you're right.
Yeah.
Hey, take. Sorry.
You're fine, go ahead.
Stanley was just gonna say, yeah, take it from a low-wage employee like me. Doing your job is something you gotta do.
Yeah.
Heck, everyone's gonna need you to do it. Someone's gotta be there to do the job.
We're no longer employees, Stanley.
Points to your badge.
Oh, this is different. Excuses. This doesn't
Pretty
count.
well said.
That being said, I do have to wonder if Ashbeta has a guild here. Maybe you can communicate back and forth. Maybe they have resources to figure out where Ho is.
They probably do. You don't think a nation would have a guild, right? Well, at least, if there's one guild, why wouldn't there be many more?
All
I
the more.
remember correctly.
Hmm?
Does it?
Yes, it does. Sophia is the guildmaster.
In fact, we were just speaking with its leader. I do believe you might have crossed paths with her. The Galate.
The female Glade?
That'd be the one.
Oh, I think we might have seen something like Stanley.
Yeah.
Wasn't she the one we saw as we entered that inn?
Yeah. She was. The two guards kind of pushed me out of the way.
Sorry there, I'm not too knowledgeable about what many Pokemons are. Spent most of my life cleaning things, or sharpening pencils.
You had already identified a Glade, though. So you know what a Glade is, at least. You've already identified one.
Oh, right, because there was one in, but okay, never mind.
But it was male. And you usually know them for being, well, generally only male.
Yeah, we saw one as we entered the inn.
It may be worth catching up with her.
We could probably speak to her tomorrow, but Stanley
Already.
points a claw up that is kind of barely visible because of the sun barely also being visible.
She must already be far away.
She's not too far, but
Certainly
given
doubt
the
it.
given the time, it may be best to wait until daybreak.
It's getting very dark.
Yep, and you know what they say. You don't want to be caught out late, unless you're looking for a brawl.
Didn't figure this place was so dangerous at night.
Oh, it's not. At least I don't think it is. It's just a general rule of adventuring. If you can help it, don't be out too late. Otherwise, you may run into the less than pleasant kinds.
I don't know. They mostly said something about don't clean a room in the dark.
Yeah, you may find some dirt you don't want to clean. Or you'll miss. Even so, let's get back to the tavern. Excuse me? Yeah, I imagine the NPC would look up like, oh shit, back up.
Yeah, well, just back up. As all the NPCs kind of like move out of the way for you. I'm sorry, I got so confused at first because Storm is the one controlling the NPCs. That's not me.
Understood.
That he's going to nudge the door open once again and sort of use his tails to hold it open.
Meanwhile, Faraday would stop before walking up the steps and keep an eye out, making sure everybody got inside before going in himself.
Yep. So you guys walk inside walk back inside the inn once more.
And then from there, Faraday would just check his pockets and pull out the key and just look at it for a moment. Like, all right, good.
What's the room we're checked into?
I believe it's 3A. Should be this way.
Let's go as well, Jordan. Not Jordan. Let's go as well, Jim.
Yeah. I'm exhausted.
As I will just put you guys in your room. Don't worry.
Sure.
Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. So, question: is there a map for the rooms or no?
Give me a second.
Oh,
Yeah, these tokens are
I
not
am, I am asking. I didn't know if there was or not.
Yeah,
If
there
it wasn't,
is.
if
I
it
just
wasn't,
don't
I
have
was
yours.
gonna role play it out.
Yeah, don't worry. You guys' tokens just weren't on the map yet.
Big time.
Oh, thank you, Storm. Okay, yep. As you guys walk up the stairs.
All right. That should be the room in question. Let's see. Like, you can see Farad looking at the doors. It's like, no, that's 2. That's 1. That's like the suite. That's 2. That's 5. Alright. That means over here should be 3.
Yep, as you walk to the door, says 3A.
And just to make sure this actually puts the key in, twist it, like, there we go. He just opens the door for Asta to walk in.
Why, thank you.
My pleasure. For that.
Right before you close the door, you can hear, well, Farad, Sirius, it's been a pleasure meeting you. I wish you good luck on your travels.
You can see a head just poke back out of the door frame, just looking at you. It's like, oh, yeah. Not a problem. Neat.
You as well.
Alright, I guess our room is this one?
Yeah?
Yeah, that's the right number.
Oh, who knows? Yeah, let's try and get some rest.
My apologies for that.
Oh, you're fine.
It's not a summoning circle, let's say it's a fancy carpet.
There's a summoning circle in here.
There is.
Well, someone was busy.
Certainly looks like it.
This summoning circle seems to be one of contacting the great Lord of Distortions. It seems to have failed.
Ah. It looks like it was made for some sort of communication?
Better keep one eye open, my friend. One eye open.
I'm gonna just... He just grabs a chair and just moves it to barricade the door. Just in case.
As he starts dusting off the circle with his tails.
It seems to not actually come off. It's still there.
That's rather unfortunate.
Indeed. Either way.
Suppose we
Alright.
should get to work then.
Yeah. We have a writing desk over here. And I can always just... Actually, Farad would go into the bag and pull out the candle again, just set it down on the table. Right, there we go.
Why, thank you.
Not a problem. If you need any assistance or proofreading, let me know. I'm here for you. With that, he would mess around a bit before taking off the headgear and setting it on the nightstand. Before unfastening the cape and folding it up a bit, setting it down as well. Ugh.
Okay, there we go. Is there anything else that you guys are gonna do?
Well, aside from that, well, yes, Aster and Farrah only have one bed. In this case, Aster is the bed, so Farrah will be fine. I mean, look at that fluff.
He's like 6 feet tall and wide.
He's like 2 meters tall. He can fit on the bed just fine, and Farrah can just disappear into fluff for all I know.
He's just he's going to be writing the missive as his duties dictate him to do. He's written them many times before, having been, presumably pretty well traveled, so he's done them quite a few times. And as that gets completed, and only when that gets completed, will he actually go to bed. If there's
And
any need for any light, he is going to use the candle, which he ignited with his own flames, as it starts to glow in a sort of pale blue sort of shade or hue.
meanwhile, Farrod's gonna basically stay awake as long as Aster is awake. I mean, sure, he would take a moment to probably step out, take care of cleaning himself off before coming back. Nothing too crazy. The door's lockable. Should be fine. But ultimately, he would go to bed after he knows for
Sorry,
certain.
was that
that
it, or
Aster's
did you cut out?
lockable. Can you hear me? Am I transmitting?
Yep, I'm hearing you.
Did what I said? Did what I said last
I-
go through?
I think that was me who cut out.
Ah, but no. All I was saying was Barrett's gonna stay awake as long as Aster's awake. He may leave the room, go take a to clean himself up, take a shower, use the restroom, all that stuff. But after that, would come back. If when Aster goes to bed, he will stay up a little bit longer before getting comfortably in the bed along with Aster and sleeping.
Yeah. And we'll shift over to the little Jim. Jim,
They're
what are
not
you about to
really good.
start doing?
Well, Jimmy's just gonna stand in the middle of a room and ask, okay, so we got 2 beds, and there's 3 of us.
I'm gonna probably sleep on the carpet. You know, I don't want to touch it.
Stanley.
No, that's Jordan.
Oh, Jordan. You don't want
You-
to hurt the carpet, do you?
Fine. Can you make a hammock?
I can become a hammock.
Please just make a.
You know you couldn't make a hammock out of this. Because of your condition, you would just go right through. You're roboting. Oh dear.
Hello.
Hello?
Okay. I said it seems to be when I touch or come into contact with something, not when it just touches me.
Yeah. Guess what? You probably touch your bed when you sleep, don't you?
I'll keep my hands in the bag so that I won't touch anything.
Fine then. It's going to pull the carpet and try to make a hammock out of it. probably put it here, like between that ball tree over here and this bed frame.
Alright. How do you spell hammock again?
H-A-M-O-C-K.
Oh, never
Thank
mind
you.
then. Didn't spell nearly as we do in French. Oh, you're right.
You spell it again. Thank you. I can't. You know I have chronic. I can't spell disease. Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, he's just gonna sleep in the hammock there. Yeah, I can't grab an image. Uh, well, I guess good night, guys.
Good night, Stanley.
The mimic is over in the corner. He just has an entire bed for himself. Has to imagine another one.
Beep boop.
Is there anything else anyone wants to do before I begin to end session?
What's up?
Crimson just asked if we want to do anything
Oh, yeah.
else before we end session.
End session.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, so as Aster is writing their report and Therod stays up with them, and Jim and Stanley start to head off to sleep. Jordan's just going to stare up at the ceiling. It's like staring at his hands. I don't know what this is, but I really hope we find the cure. And he starts to drift off to sleep himself. And as he drifts off to sleep, the breath he breathes starts to turn black. As he's going to take 1 erosion damage. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Huh. All right. Also, can I just say something funny?
Mm-hmm.
Revel, if not Revel with a blessing, can keep Jordan in check potentially.
How do you
Because
plan to keep it check?
if given permission, use Terravolt on Jordan. Temporary. But
Yeah, funny thing. As funny as that would be if it actually works, no, it wouldn't work to cancel out the curse.
But it's abilities.
It is an ability, but it's also, this is a curse. He's supposed to be afflicted with this. It may be an ability, but he has to have it. There's a reason why he has it.
To be fair, it's two legends battling against each other. It's a battle of will. So
Yeah, which is technically what Prima is as well. Battle of. But Blue, you can stop the recording.
Okay, we'll stop the record now.